Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, I wanted to talk about something that just came to mind while I was changing diapers today. And I just cleaned up. I got a little bit of throw up on me today, but I'm getting better at the whole diaper stuff. It's coming back to me, this is kid number 5, and it's just like muscle memory for me. But I wanted to talk about the ultimate air guitar performance player here, Mr. Tommy Tallarico. I would really like to see a Tommy Tallarico unplugged. Just him, his guitar, and have him play all the hits. Have him play every single song that he claimed that he wrote. Just play on his guitar. Do you think that'll ever happen? I don't think so. Not based on the evidence that we're seeing now. One of the things that really amazes me, guys, especially from the pro Amico side that had so many musicians, let's just name a few of them here. We got Mike Mullis, right, the sycophant. We got DJC, and we got the Atari Creep. These people are musicians. With the mounting evidence that we see now from the footage of these concerts, we can see that they're not all live, right? There's tracks being played there. Now, I don't know anything about music, guys. When I knew that the Amico was in trouble, is because the numbers that Tallarico was spotting out didn't make sense, right? And that's how I started getting a little dubious on his propositions. But a lot of the haters that were also musicians started calling him out on his musicianship, and the lack there that they saw of him, especially in live performances. But the Tommy fans, because you can't even call them Intellivision Amico fans, the Tommy fans never did. There is no excuse for a musician to charge for a live performance, right, and play tracks. Guys, just forget about Tommy Tallarico. Go back in history. Think about musicians that have been involved in scandals because they were using either backtracks or just tracks, or somebody else was playing when they were said to be performing live. I don't care if you're an entry-level musician that is playing at a local bar charging $5 for whatever you're doing, or if you're a big star charging $50 a ticket. You're charging for you performing. As long as I've been alive, faking a performance and still charging people for it has always been a sin in the musician world, right? Especially if you consider yourself a serious musician. Like I said, the hater musicians caught on to this right away, but his fans never did, right? And I can see, okay, you don't want to call Tommy Tallarico out because you want the console to come out, because you thought that maybe he had bad luck in business and all these things, COVID, chip shortage. It was everybody else's fault regarding the business side of it, okay? Let's just for 1 second, right, for one ridiculous second, say that I would entertain that thought, right? There's still no excuse for these musicians that have played, not to take Tallarico to task for him not playing live while charging people for a live performance. What is it called? Video games live. The evidence out there when they're playing these concerts. Look at those videos up on Reddit. Look at these videos here on YouTube. When they're putting the performances together, there's no change. There isn't. The only thing that's changes is his hand position on the guitar, apparently. Now, I'm no guitar player myself, guys, but I don't think that's the way guitars work. Right? And the evidence keeps piling up that this is the case. So why didn't you guys ever call him out on this? There is no excuse for not calling out Tallarico for faking his performances and charging for a live fee for a performance, if this is the case. Now, he can prove all the haters wrong and prove everybody wrong and prove every single musician out there that has come out and said that they actually wrote the song, that he did not do it, is by having in the ultimate, unplugged, right? He wasn't able to get on MTV Cribs, but maybe he can do an MTV Unplugged style concert for the people, right? Just him and his guitar. And you imagine it? Tallarico playing all his hits. Every single song that he claimed that he wrote, playing them. Right now, the fans out there, right? Because everybody knows that these guys supporting Tallarico, that was their, at some point they dram about this, right? It was going to be Tallarico, DJC, Mike Mullis, the Atari Creep, and whoever else plays guitar on the stage with them. That was the dream, right? That was the connection with Tallarico. Well, why are they not calling him out on this BS? Has nothing to do with business. It has nothing to do with anything that they're not familiar with, right? Why isn't he being called out on this? This has nothing to do with company, has nothing to do with Amico, and has everything to do with him not playing live, right? And that's a mortal sin for musicians. We all know it. Are they ever going to do it? No. Of course not. These guys are insane. They're too far in deep in the Tallarico train, right? This company could blow up. They could be on fire. They could put them in handcuffs, and these guys will still come up with a reason on why it wasn't his fault. That's how much man love they have for Tallarico. I mean, for me, it's just, celebrity blindfolds, right? Other people, in this whole Amico debacle say that they're, people that are this into Tallarico, that they're cucked or whatever they like to say. But it is insane. I can see you not wanting to call him out on the video game console because you invested in it. You're invested in the whole thing. You threw your YouTube channel was going to grow, yada yada. Okay, yeah. But this right here, if you're a musician and you support Tallarico, how are you defending this? There is no way. If you have any integrity as a musician, and you know that this is going on, or even the suspicion that this is going on, you have to call it out. And this is more than obvious that these performances are not completely live. The only thing that's live here is, whatever sucker they get from the community to go and play and have them as a featured local talent. They're playing live, right? They're for sure playing live, right? And they're not getting much pay for it. Of course, maybe they get an iPod or, whatever the hell they're claiming, if they even got paid at all, right? The local high school bands are not getting anything. They're just getting the experience. But how is this still going on? I don't care how much you supported the Amico. If you're a musician, and if you're not even looking at this with a critical eye, that has everything to say about not only how far deep you are, as far as just having blinders to whatever this band does, but also your integrity as a musician. If it was any other musician, these guys would be calling it out. Any other one, whether it's a rapper, whether it's a guitar player, whether it's a singer, that they'd be calling this crap out. But since it's Tommy, all you get is silence, and you don't even bring it up or talk about it. Tommy Tallarico. He's the ultimate content creator. He's the only one that I've seen get people to this extremes. In a very real way. I understand why a lot of people called it the cult. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.